You don't have to be vegan. You don't have to be vegetarian to eat more plants.
When I talk to patients about this and people in the community, I try to describe, because many of them don't understand what we mean by minimally processed.
I wouldn't recommend it, mainly because there's no study to show that monotherapy is superior to a biologic, for example.
When we look at hormonal balance specifically, the foods we eat directly impact insulin sensitivity.
How are phytonutrients turning genes on and off to our benefit, which is really the fundamental basis of the anti-inflammatory diet?
They will look at me like I have three heads. So they will tell me, "Oh, so are you telling me that I don't know how to cook?"
I've got breakfast for the next day. My family loves this, and I use this whether I'm using my veggies with the taco, the Mexican mix.
And then engage your senses. Maybe take a drink of water or tea. Hydration helps kickstart your senses.
They harvest it when it's a little bit green and then dry it to preserve the colors.
That is another issue. If you are someone who's on a lot of medications, you actually have to look into whether there could be some interactions or not.
It's a little trick of the trade of knowing if your oil is hot enough. If you put a wooden spoon in it and it starts to bubble, then you know for sure.
I mean, you get so much more energy when you're eating things that obviously help your body feel like it's getting what it needs.
It does streamline the process. In my cooking demonstration, I do use canned just for the ease of it.
I think you mentioned something about honey in your salad dressing. That is my go-to as well for salad dressing. For the overnight oats, I like maple syrup.
The one thing that's unique about kale is actually inexpensive, very accessible at the grocery.
I always say, let's not forget the value of our parasympathetic nervous system.
Because your other version that you're putting in your Instapot that's going to be steamed is going to be more of the soft, kind of typical classic sweet potato.
I started cooking. And then when I started cooking, I realized how easy it was and how clean it was.
Cross out the meat because it's not about the meat seasoning. I use this to season my veggies.
I usually pull the leaf off the stems.
High in iron, potassium, fiber, protein, and I'll give you the full nutrition content in a moment.
This is super simple to do. It doesn't take a lot of time to make, and you can customize it in so many different ways depending on how you're feeling.
We know now there's a lot of evidence that animal products are pro-inflammatory, especially dairy.
And so it actually makes it more possible to cook everything evenly. And we got the bell pepper, so she's going to add bell pepper.
I want to give people hope because I did not grow up eating this way. I grew up, we had Hamburger Helper, we had pot pies.
The thing about plant-based protein is that it's going to be heart healthy because plants don't contain cholesterol.
Cucumbers have such a high water content, super great for hydration, and which is really important for your skin, right?